have a big update that I want to share with you guys regarding Maurice. As many of you already know, Maurice was shot 4 times on Sunday night along with another victim. He was rushed to the hospital, and last we heard, he was in a coma. And now Jessica, his ex, has shared more details about his current condition. She revealed that he is still currently in the hospital, and he actually does have his family by his side in the hospital. And she said she just spoke with him last night, and he is no longer in a coma. And somebody was trying to say on the Reddit that, hey, I heard from a source that he had surgery. Jessica claims that is false, and she said that she has been keeping in close touch with Maurice's brother, best friend. I'm not sure if it's his brother or best friend, but she called him his brother best friend, and she said that he's been updating her too on Maurice. Mandy really hasn't said much about the situation except posting I love you more than ever, and then posting a few older pictures she had with Maurice talking about, oh, I love you, I got you. And a Instagram profile that typically covers like Heather, and now they have been covering Mandy and Maurice recently. They posted that they have allegedly spoken with somebody who is close with Maurice, and they claim that Maurice was sober at the time that this incident happened. They posted, I just want to clear this up because I've seen a lot of comments about it. Maurice was free of all substances at the time of the shooting. Blood tests have proved that. I can't say anything else about the situation and given permission to do so, but I want that rumor laid to rest that he was not there for drugs.
Information on the AW shooting occurred 5 minutes ago from Worcester, Alvarado. Subject last seen eastbound Worcester from Alvarado. Subject male black, 50 years, 6 feet, 130, wearing black T-Max, no shirt, black pants, purple shoes. Overhead with black surround, my handgun, weapon outstanding. Information to 3164.
Subject walking westbound side of the street, on the north side of the street, towards the black sedan.
Getting encouraged from Washington, Alvarado. Looking to use a 9mm handgun. Attention on to 3164.
As we just heard in the police scanner audio, the weapon in the shooting was a 9mm handgun, and there's a reason why that's the go-to gun that most policemen end up carrying, because it has a lot of advantages. Like when you shoot with it, the penetration is comparable to larger rounds. It allows for more rounds to fit in the gun, it has less recoil than larger rounds, and it helps the shooter have better weapon control and accuracy because it helps struggling shooters maintain better weapon control and shot placement. It's also known to help skilled shooters be faster and more accurate, and I feel like the person that was shooting Maurice was definitely trying to take his life, because you just don't go shooting a person that many times. And that's all the updates I have on Maurice at this time. Now I want to talk about somebody that we haven't talked about in a hot minute, and that is Jessica and her ex Dustin. They were on a previous season of Love During Lockup, and I reported that Jessica ended up revealing to me a while back that her and Dustin ended up breaking up after she came home and found him in bed with another woman. Jessica was like, dude, you need to get this girl out of my bed right freaking now. And he started choking Jessica out. And then he ended up stealing her truck and running off with this girl in her truck. So it was a big disaster. He ended up getting arrested later on. She ended up leaving him. And not long after her and Dustin broke up, she started dating this other guy. And he's a former inmate too. And I think she told me Dustin's sister actually introduced her to her new man. I could not find Jessica's Instagram anymore for some reason, so unfortunately I don't have any pictures of Jessica and the dude she's with now, but she's probably been with him for like at least 6 months now. And I thought that Dustin had moved on and left her alone. I actually remember hearing from Jessica probably about 4 or 5 months ago, and she messaged me and said, "Oh my God, you're not going to believe what happened." And I was like, "What?" And I never heard from her again after that. But Sarcasm actually did some digging. Shout out to them. And they found out that there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. So apparently Dustin had a hard time letting Jessica go, and he's been harassing Jessica and her new boyfriend, and he's even been arrested again. Jessica and her boyfriend were so fearful of Dustin that they went and got a protection order against Dustin. And while she was filling it out, she brought up the incident where he was choking her out when she caught him in bed with that other girl. And she also claimed that Dustin specifically moved to Jacksonville, Florida so he can follow her and stalk her. I was wondering about that too, why Dustin was choosing to continue living in Florida near Jessica when all his family and friends are from Tennessee. It didn't make much sense to me. But apparently he has been constantly harassing her and her boyfriend. Jessica said that Dustin ended up threatening her, her daughters, and her boyfriend, and she left several quotes of what Dustin allegedly sent her in messages. In one message, he said, "Okay, when I'm sitting in your apartment complex parking lot on the back of your car in the morning when you wake up to take your little stupid ass to work, I don't want to hear, 'What are you doing here? Why are you doing this to me?' Your bitch butt isn't going to know what to do when I'm sitting down the stairs when y'all come home or wake up." And then he said, "I would destroy you if I put my effing hands on you. I would beat you to a bloody effing pulp." It almost makes me wonder if this dude that Jessica's with now was a former close friend of Dustin's, because I don't know why else he is so invested, because he's the one that cheated on her and decided to give her up. So it just doesn't make much sense why he's still so angry about everything. And she claimed that he told her straight up that he doesn't care about going back to prison. Jessica's boyfriend filed for a protection order in January, claiming he was fearful because Dustin had threatened him, Jessica's daughters, and even his son. And Dustin had claimed that he was going to punch himself in his own eye and then blame it on Jessica's boyfriend so he would be arrested for it. And Jessica and her boyfriend, their protection order was granted, and it started back in January, and it's good until January of 2025, and then they'll probably go to court to see if there's a possibility they can try to extend it. Dustin was arrested on June 4th after he was riding around his motorcycle, and apparently there was a bolo issued for Dustin, and an officer had saw Dustin and he matched the description, so he tried to pull him over, and Dustin just starts speeding off in the motorcycle. Dustin ran a red light. He was traveling at high rates of speed, driving recklessly, and even driving recklessly through construction zones. And finally, he collided with a concrete wall. He's really lucky he did not die crashing into a concrete wall at a high rate of speed like that. And after he crashed into the concrete wall, the motorcycle started falling apart. But despite that, Dustin still put the pedal to the metal and was trying to speed off, but he didn't make it too much longer before the motorcycle just fell apart so much that it wouldn't go anymore. And then Dustin was arrested, and he's still currently in jail at this time. He has a court date on June 27th, and by the time I upload this, it'll probably be the day of his court date. I have more Love After Lockup related updates to share with you guys, but I'm going to save that for another video because, like I always say, I don't like making my videos super long. So that is it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.